Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Bracket Up. Today, we are discussing the goofiest Scooby Doo villains. I guess this runs the gamut from the early 60s, show to modern day Scooby Doo, a pup named Scooby Doo, Scooby Doo Marvel Mysteries, Ghost Hunter / Scooby Doo. It's all going to be there. We've got 27 entries today, so we've got a buttload of play-in rounds before we get into the actual Sweet 16 and whatnot. But these are some of the weirdest Scooby-Doo villains you've ever seen, whether the character design is batshit crazy or their motivations are the looniest that could possibly be thought of in a cartoon world. We're going to discuss them. We threw them in a bracket. We're going to figure out the goofiest Scooby-Doo villain. So I'm Handy Dandy, Andy Jarek, and I'll introduce the other members before we get started. So as usual, right next to me is the man with the best name in the whole wide world, the guy who's probably going to be taking the lead on most of these villains. It's Andy Misek. Andy, are you ready to take the lead today?
Yeah, my Scooby knowledge is pretty extensive up until about the early 2000s. And then there's like 100 movies, 4 series I don't know anything about. Had to do some research on those. But there is one with a plot so outrageous that I may go check out the movie.
You sound so excited to be here.
There's some stupid shit here.
All right, that means it's going to be a good episode. All right, next to Andy is Red Dead Dave Holloway. How are you doing today, Dave?
I'm good. I'm hoping we included something from Supernatural Scooby because I just remembered that existed.
All those random ass crossovers.
I have the Johnny Bravo crossover represented in here, but not the Supernatural one.
I don't even know what the villain though is in that one. I never watched it, so but
I haven't either.
Probably devoting 10 seasons to Supernatural.
Yeah, well, I think it's like 14 or something.
Lord.
15. Yeah,
gift
too long.
Keeps on giving. All right, next to Dave is the Giggle King himself, Julian Griffin. How are you today, Jules?
I'm doing all right. I'm kind of excited for this. I wasn't expecting this. It was kind of just like a last minute thing. I checked it like yesterday and I was like, what the fuck are we doing?
Well, we had another one ahead of this one, but it was like, well, we need to actually do a couple things for that first.
Right. So this one, hopefully, with less research, we can get through a bit quicker. All right, let's get started. We've got our very first matchup here. It's the Hunch Bunch versus the Gluten Demon. Andy, please help us out here.
All right, so I'm going to go with the Gluten Demon first because I know nothing really about the Gluten Demon.
Hunt Bunch sounds like a cereal, and I guess the Gluten Demon would just be against gluten in cereal.
So what I know from the Gluten Demon comes from images and a specific scene. It's from Mystery Incorporated, which is well after my Scooby watching days, but it's a fat demon. That's my understanding. Just a big fat demon that has to sumo wrestle an obese Scooby and Shaggy. The best image I could find for all of that is this one. Let's see if I can look at them. They're about the fight.
All right.
Lots of bread and stuff laying around. I believe, based on what I'm seeing here, is the villain is this person in the costume. So there's your Gluten Demon.
So you're telling me that Karen is the Gluten Demon scaring all other Karens about not eating bread?
Yeah, I mean, I wish this wasn't the first entry because I don't know. This is probably the one I know the least about. I just thought the name, the concept of what I assume is anti-gluten and a fat sumo wrestling with Shaggy was enough to put him on the list. But they are up against the Hunch Bunch, who are from...
She kind of looked like a Paula Deen, maybe, with a little different haircut.
Oh.
So, the Hunch Bunch comes from a movie called Scooby and the Reluctant Werewolf. They are Dracula's minions, which we'll get to Dracula later because we'll get into more about the movie there too. Essentially, the premise of the movie is Dracula turns Shaggy into a werewolf to do
Okay.
a race against other monsters, a car race.
I've seen this one. I remember this one.
And the Hunch Bunch includes two midgets with hunchbacks. One is incredibly proper, dapper Englishman with a monocle, and the other only speaks in grumble and spit. And they look like this.
Ugh.
That's the.
Is that official? Because that looks like some fan
it's
art.
not official. That's the best
Okay.
picture. Here, I'll get you an official picture. It's the exact same thing. The Hunch Bunch.
How French? How French are they? They look French, not Transylvanian.
He's pretty French. He's very dapper. He's like, oh, my good sport. And then this guy just like spits when he speaks.
Okay. So
Tongue is humongous.
Let me tell you, the Hunch Bunch though are the second best villain in that movie. We'll get to Dracula in a minute. Yeah, the premise of the whole movie's stupid. It's good fun. But I'm gonna vote for the Hunch Bunch because I don't know enough about Gluten Demon. name alone gets him on the list, and the fact that it's a fat demon played by Paula Deen.
Gluten Demon seems goofier, so I'm going Gluten Demon.
I think I'm gonna go with Gluten Demon only because of the fact that it really did look like Paula Deen.
Paula Deen gets my vote as well.
So you're passing up on the Hunch Bunch?
Well, yeah, for racist Paula Deen, which is crazy because she taught black people how to fry chicken for like decades. That surprised the shit.
She's the gift that keeps on giving. All right, next up, we've got, is that Mantis against Mantis, not from Guardians of the Galaxy 2, against the Minor 49er. And the Minor was from the old Scooby, right?
Minor 49er, everyone should know. It's literally just an old man costume.
Okay.
And what he wants to do, old Scooby doesn't always have the best motivations, mostly because they don't make sense. He wants to scare people away from this land so he can buy it cheap. So he comes up with a ghost miner. That's his idea of like getting cheap real estate, is creating an old man monster.
Hey, nobody wants haunted territory. Who wants to own a place that's haunted?
I would bid if it went low for such a stupid reason. And this is the Mantis.
You know, I was hoping it was going to be just Zorak. I was hoping it was just Zorak.
It's basically just Zorak. This is from old Scooby Doo, but not like the oldest. There was like, I don't know, a break, I guess, and then this dude comes along. And guess what his motivation is? The same thing.
Oh.
There's oil on the land, so he wants the oil.
He's trying to scare people away with this.
As I mentioned, old Scooby.
Super Sentai warrior villain shit.
Yeah.
It's basically Zorak. Yeah, old Scooby, their motivation was always like, I want to scare people away so I could get money or get cheap land. That was always it. Here's him picking up Scooby and Shaggy by their collars.
Look at that shoulder definition. That dude's jacked as fuck.
Well, guess what? Guess who's behind the damn mask?
An old woman?
Just an old professor, like every other Scooby villain.
Looking at him like she's gonna get it. Why is she looking at him like that?
She likes it. He's tied up.
She's like,
Also, I
that
think
green
this is
really
the
flushes
one.
out your eyes, Mr. Old Man Professor.
So this is the one. I wish we could show the clip. Maybe
I
I
see
will.
the Minor 49.
Where they're basically like, they catch the monster and they're like, all right, who is it? And they're all listing people they think it is, and then they're just popping up out of like grandfather clocks, like, it's not me. Here, I'll show the clip with no sound. So here they are. They caught the monster. Here's the first suspect coming out of the clock.
What is
They're
this?
saying it's someone else, and here he is coming out of a secret passage in the wall. It's just,
They knew what they were making.
yeah.
This is definitely sitcom-y.
And then it's just this old man in a mask. When I
Show
see
us show us Minor.
Though.
Yeah.
oh yeah, we need to see Minor 49er for the like 2 people who've never seen Minor 49er.
I mean, I'm sure I've seen them. It's just
Yeah, just can't remember. Who the
Yeah.
fuck he
Oh,
is.
okay. I didn't know. I thought everyone kind of knew.
I'm sure I've seen most of these. I have no memory for it. Yeah.
What?
Minor 49er.
Duck Dynasty.
Yeah, yeah. Also, his mask is just a beard and the hat. If you think this is the laziest costume, just you wait.
I'm gonna have to go with the Mantis though, because that
Oh.
was
Everything
Yeah.
about the Mantis was better.
Yeah, Mantis.
Even the reveal was fantastic.
I was low-key waiting for like the evil witch Rita from the Power Rangers to be like, "Magic wand made my monster grow." Some shit like
Clean sweep for Monster there. And next up, we've got the Ape Man versus, God, this font is so small. Yaznak?
Yadzruck.
Yadzruck.
Ah.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh my fucking God.
So Yadzruck, I guess, is from old Scooby, but like not old Scooby, where look, I don't know
So,
enough
like,
about it. Here's what I do
Scooby
know, and it was enough for me. It is a giant bipedal pink lizard with a beak, who has a specific code word. And if you say the wrong code word, it grows.
If you say the wrong one, so out of all the words, he only has one code word, and if you don't say that word, he grows?
Yeah. Again, I should know this. It is from older Scooby. It's actually from the Scooby and Scrappy show, where it's Scooby, Shaggy, Scrappy, and everyone's favorite Daphne.
Yeah, you lose me on any Scrappy.
Here you go. Here's a good picture of it.
What? How much would he grow every time someone said the wrong word?
I wish I could fucking tell.
Yeah, like, is it once per sentence? Is it every
Right.
single word in a sentence?
I looked it up because I didn't know.
Is there a cooldown?
No, it just all it said was it grows when you say the wrong code word.
Does it ask for the code word? Like,
Here
wondering.
is what there's nothing on him. This is it, and it's Yadzruck is bipedal. It
Oh,
is
God.
perfect scales with a yellow beak. The Yadzruck has a power of spontaneous growth. If it is not given the correct magic words, the creature grows and continues to grow with an incorrect attempt.
I assume he like prompts them or something. Then it's a magical monster. Okay.
Yeah. Look, that's what you get.
Fucking weird. I don't like that at all.
Well, it's up against Ape Man. Ape Man is Ape Man.
All right.
No,
Ape Man. It is
I was
Man.
expecting a little closer to like Bigfoot, but sure.
Nope, just the giant gorilla. Giant gorilla is it's haunting a movie set because it is a stuntman who's disgruntled because he didn't get the leading acting role. Now you may be wondering why he went into stunt work if he wanted to be a leading actor. There's no answer for that.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a career path there. I bet you there's some action star that started out. You know, Jackie Chan started out as a stuntman, and then
Yeah, but look, he's got a career path.
maybe
Stuntman.
not a common career path, but
So, but his whole idea is if I can't be the lead actor, I'm going to sabotage this movie by being a giant monkey and causing a ruckus.
Serious.
then I'll get the role once they realize I was the Ape Man.
And not go to jail. They'll
Also-
reward me.
A lot of these are hilarious
I'm
because
acting right here. I was an ape.
You all thought I was an ape.
maybe I'm naive, but they all get arrested at the end. With the one who's scaring people away from land because he wants the land cheap. Is that real estate fraud, or is it just like some guy in a mask goofing around? Like how arrested could these monsters really get? I mean, they all go get cuffed and walked away at the end.
I assume that because most of these don't come back for future episodes, they're thrown in there for life sentences with no possibility of parole. Or they just go straight to the electric chair.
Because like the gang, they always go to like different places to solve mysteries, and we don't hear from them again. But like, I highly doubt that they're going back. Like, I wonder how Old Man Withers is doing. It's like, no, he died from gout. So
Yeah, Miner 49er fell down a hole and never saw again.
yeah.
Actually, that's how he was caught. He was about to fall off a bridge, and they unmasked him hanging off a bridge.
He should have just let go.
Good
You're a
call.
shitty villain.
But with
No,
this one,
you're just-
I'm gonna go with the Ape Man because we have a motivation for him. Yadzruck, I don't have enough information. He's the
I wanna
goofier
go with
looking
Ape
one.
Man.
He grows, which is weird. But Ape Man just wants to be a movie star.
I want to go
Cool with
Ape
it.
Man.
Yeah,
That's
I'm with
not
Ape
bad.
Man as well.
I'll throw a bone to Yadzruck. Otherwise, I would have gone 8 man.
Ape Man.
All right, next matchup: Red Herring versus the Wax Phantom.
I will let Dave talk about Red Herring because I know he watched a lot
so
of Pup
for-
Named Scooby Doo.
Pup named Scooby Doo is the best Scooby Doo. There's no questioning that.
I mean,
It's where they're just all kids, and it was just it was a more kid-focused Scooby Doo. And there's always this character Red Herring that Fred. Is it Fred? Hold on.
Yeah, it's Fred.
Okay. For a second there, I was like, wait, did I just get forget what they're all named? Fred always blames Red Herring for whatever's happening in that episode. Yeah, he's this this ginger character.
With the
And then
tattoo.
there's like one episode where he actually is the villain, but otherwise he gets blamed in every single episode.
Also, his
They
name
like
is Red
call
Herring.
him up and he gives like an excuse, like, "Oh, I'm at my grandma's" or something.
Yeah. Also, his name is Red Herring, which is fantastic.
Yeah.
Here he is being accused and calling in immediately upon accusation.
Forgot Fred's haircut. This looks weird.
His eyebrows are at such an awful angle.
Not the same
Basically,
color as his face.
Red Herring gets blamed for every mystery, everything. Fred is convinced it's Red Herring, and Red Herring just is a schoolyard bully with a tattoo at the age of 8. And yeah,
I do really like that there's a payoff that he is the villain eventually.
at one time he's the villain, and it was the episode where Fred made a bet that he wouldn't blame Red Herring for anything because I guess it goes beyond mysteries. He just out of milk, it's Red Herring's fault.
Mm.
Fred's got issues.
He's got major issues.
All right,
Or
next going up
Dracula
against the
that
Wax
He looks like
Phantom.
he didn't have his dad in his life.
When you hear of Wax Phantom, what do you think?
A wax museum
Phantom of-
person.
Phantom of the
Yeah.
Opera.
Is
Made
it
of
just
wax?
wax?
Close,
Just
made out
blob of
what
wax?
is that?
So Clayface.
Yeah, it's basically
Like-
just Clayface. He had a dumb. Hold on, what was his motivation? Oh,
It didn't sound dumb to me when I looked
If
at
you
it.
look really,
he
really
wants to
close at his
steal money
face,
from a TV station so he can flee to South Africa or South America.
If you look really closely at his face, he looks like a scared Mitch McConnell.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that's Mitch McConnell in a suit.
That is really Mitch McConnell right there.
By the way, guess who the villain is?
Mitch McConnell.
Mitch McConnell.
It's an old boy. It's an old.
It's
fucking man.
actually not Mitch McConnell.
It's an old professor.
No.
It's always
Newt
an old
Gingrich.
professor.
Yeah.
Also, at one point, he catches Scooby and Shaggy, and he's going to dip them in hot wax. That's murder. So this
Yeah,
is the
that
first
is.
time where I'm like,
Mhm.
hey, this guy should probably be in prison. He's
Attempted murder.
trying to
yeah.
steal money and attempted murder.
I can
How
appreciate
is he going to
him
get out of the wax? Like, it looks like he was encased in it. They had to crack him with a hammer.
I was gonna say, if you noticed, they had to hammer the costume.
I can appreciate him sticking with the gimmick of trying to murder people with wax. Like the Ape Man, you know, he's messing with the movie set. That's not really something a gorilla would do. But the Wax Man, dumping people into vats of hot wax, I like it.
Wait, that's attempted murder.
And I like it.
Enough to beat Red Herring?
I'm voting Red Herring because he looks like he just needs a little love in his life, honestly. He's always got some blonde-haired kid blaming him for everything. His dad's not around. He's got a tattoo. His mom allowed him to get a tattoo at the age of like 3.
You know it's temporary.
Yeah, he gets the same temporary tattoo in the exact spot every
It's
day.
a cereal box tattoo. He's committed.
He doesn't look like he can afford a cereal box. I'm not gonna lie.
God, look at you judging Red Herring. You just said, like, I feel bad for Red Herring. He needs some love. I'm going to now fucking categorize this man as a poor ass abused child.
You don't sound
Does
any
not-
better
does he
than
not
Fred.
look like a poor child, especially if he's a school bully. We all know why bullies bully. Come on. Home life isn't so great.
It's not always true at all.
Look at him. Look at him and his red
Look
youth.
at you making accusation about you are Fred. You are Fred.
Excuse me, I am not Fred.
I'm gonna vote for Red Herring because he needs love. Real love.
I'm going to vote for the Wax Phantom.
Wax Man.
Wax Man.
You know, just to make this easy, I'm going to go Red Herring. I don't... You know, if this was the contest of the best Scooby Doo villain, he'd be an easy shoe-in.
You're a big Red Herring fan.
Yeah, because pup named Scooby Doo is the best Scooby Doo.
Okay. I'm super excited for this next one.
All right, next matchup is the Hooded Ghosts against the Loch Ness. What is it? The Loch Ness Monster and the Scotsman.
Hooded Ghosts sound scary already.
Okay. I gotta find an image of this. So this is
Hold on. Are the Hooded Ghosts just Ku Klux Klan? Like, what's going on?
I
The
was
Hooded
legit
part's
gonna
doing a lot of
say-
work.
I know, and that's what I thought when I found the name. God, I wish I could find it. So they're basically just people in sheets.
Okay.
scared.
You're not-
Okay,
Awful.
let me-
Not helping, Andy.
Let me back up a little. This
One
is
of them's named
one of the
Grand
episodes of
Wizard.
Scooby where they meet a group of people, like a celebrity, and this time they meet the Harlem Globetrotters.
This
Oh,
is
no.
not helping their fucking
Oh,
case.
no.
That is so bad.
They're basically
Did they have a fucking Confederate flag? Like, what's
No.
going on here, Andy?
I'm
One of
trying to
them's name's
get.
Jim Bob. The other one's name is
So-
Earl.
They're sorta racist looking. Here they are being captured
oh,
by
man,
the
it's just-
Harlem Globetrotters.
That's just a Ku Klux Klan without the pointy part.
Okay.
And that's just the Harlem Globetrotters beating the fuck out. That's Wow.
Here is who they are. They are the coach, general manager, and equipment staff of the Generals who dressed up as ghosts to keep the Harlem Globetrotters awake so they couldn't sleep and would lose in the next day's match.
you know who that sounds like?
Who does it sound like, Julian?
Fucking bulls, dude. Like
I love the whole premise. Like they meet the Harlem
Oh,
Globetrotters,
that's
and the villain's motivation is to keep them awake so they can finally beat them.
those niggers aren't gonna win today. They're not getting any sleep.
And then comes the Loch Ness Monster and the Scotsman. So another sort of racist depiction.
I was gonna say, so who's voting for the less racist one? Because they're both really fucking
Here
bad.
he
Is it a real Loch Ness?
It's a real
No.
Scotsman.
Listen, I don't think Scotsmen have like blue skin like that.
He's a Scotsman ghost who also
Think of Sean
controls the
Connery.
Loch Ness monster.
Is the monster real?
No, of course not.
Oh.
He wants to scare tourists away from the attraction he's at, where he happens to be running a wristwatch smuggling operation.
God, but also Loch Ness Monster draws tourism.
And why do you want to scare people away?
Because
Yeah.
he's smuggling wristwatches.
That draws tourism.
Why doesn't he try and separate the two?
Well, yeah, why not just be the ghost?
Who the fuck is looking for wristwatches? Goodness.
So I think both of these have racist depictions and the dumbest
Wait, when did
backstories.
this show come out? Because if this was pre
Both of
crack
these
era, this is
were
awful.
in the early 70s.
Yeah, this is pre-crack era. Okay, makes total sense. So
They're just look. I laughed when I saw the Harlem Globetrotters unmask the opposing team's general manager.
This
It's
is really
we
goofy.
Just wanted to make sure you didn't
General
sleep.
Grand Wizard. I'm voting Loch Ness because I'm not voting for that goofy ass.
Yeah,
bullshit.
I like the motivation of the Loch Ness one and the fact that it makes no sense because the Loch Ness Monster would draw tourism.
Look, I think both of them make no sense.
I mean, at least the hooded ghost one is like, yeah, they're gonna play bad if they don't get sleep. It's just the other parts about it is
Harlem
bad.
Globetrotters
Whoever
are
wrote
not
this was
a real
awful
basketball
because it's just
team.
Well, yeah,
like-
sure.
It's a fucking show.
In the context of in the context of the show.
Real, and it's just like, what scares black people the most? The KKK, but we can't do the KKK.
Yeah.
But
Fuck them.
Well, just get rid of the pointy bit.
also the Harlem
that makes it so
Globetrotters
much fucking better.
defeat because the Harlem Globetrotters have been on the show multiple times.
Yes,
They
have.
beat people like by spinning basketballs and climbing ladders and shit.
So
It's
you're
very
telling me they
on
beat the whole KKK by playing basketball good? Okay. I'm not voting for this goofy shit. Loch Ness Monster
Jared.
and Scotsman it is. It's goofy as hell.
I'll vote for the Loch Ness Monster as well.
I'm scared to vote for the Harlem Globetrotters one because Julian's gonna hate me.
I'm not gonna hate you. I will judge the fuck out of you.
I'll vote for him. You're not gonna be back in Illinois for a long time.
And when I
All
come
right.
back, I'm gonna be like, remember that time you voted for the KKK, you son of a bitch?
I voted for them
I
for
knew
being
you and
goofy
Murray
and
were on
bad.
shit. I knew you and Murray were on some shit. Murray's probably in the corner like, yes.
All right. Before we move on, I'd just like the record known that Andy voted for the Hooded Ghosts. Andy Misek, Hooded Ghosts.
Look, look, the premise is dumb enough. It
I know.
deserves a little bit of love. Not the KKK, the Scooby Doo Harlem Globetrotters episode.
Never sleeping in your house again.
You know that ain't true.
I don't know. Might wake up with a spooky hooded ghost and throw a basketball at me, some chicken and chitlins. Like, I don't know.
Dear. All right. Next up, we've got the Burger Monster against the Ghost Bear.
I want to know what the Burger Monster is. I hope it's just a bunger.
It's the pup named Scooby.
There you go.
It's
literally
kind
the
of a-
pup named Scooby Doo.
So it's a hamburger with sharp teeth.
I didn't do any research on the Burger Monster, so Julian, if you know what the Burger Monster's end goal is here, be my guest.
Hold up, I'm looking it up now.
Here's some more pictures of Burger Monster.
I like the number of feet he's got.
Lots.
Five apparently, or six.
How does he operate them?
This is from Night of the Living Burger, and he appears as a giant burger with 6 arms, or 2 arms, 6 legs, sliced tomato as a tongue, has lettuce all over his mouth, and sharp teeth.
Hold on. The
So
Burger
this is
Monster
like-
was the disguise of Skippy Johnson, who worked at Mr. O'Greasy for 38 years but never received a pay raise.
Look at this dweeb ass guy.
It didn't didn't occur. I like how it said at the end. It didn't occur to him to look for a better job. Holy shit.
So Ghost Bear actually is somewhat intimidating looking, you would say, correct?
Oh
That is really
God!
creepy.
Well, let me show you a
Oh.
less intimidating picture of Ghost Bear. Maybe that'll help point out why I picked him.
Okay.
That's John Cena.
Oh, John
wrestling
Cena,
himself.
and yeah, and there's
Kane
Kane.
and Sin Cara. Okay.
So,
Oh, what
Go-
the fuck?
so
Hold on, go
Ghost
back to that
Bear-
image.
What's up?
Go back to that image.
With the John Cena putting
Yeah.
him in an armbar.
By the crew, is that like the New Day? Are those recognizable? Can you figure? I want to see if Andy Jarrett can determine what they might be from a
I don't know how
backwards.
old this is. It might have been
okay.
before the New Day were
Like-
good.
Late 2000s, early 2010s.
Oh yeah, before the New Day.
Okay.
Okay. Let me find Ghost Bear. I probably could recite. Yeah. So Ghost Bear is an old WWE star who had to retire early due to injuries. He's very disgruntled about this. So he comes up with the Ghost Bear costume to steal the title belt.
Who
Okay.
is it an actual WWE wrestler?
Jarek, I'm going to need you to tell me if this
Yeah.
looks like anybody.
What's the name?
Not really.
Uh,
No. Oh, it's the disguise of Cookie. Literally just says Cookie.
Is there a WWE star named Cookie?
No, I can't say that there
Oh.
was.
So this is Vicious, the ghost of Vicious, who is a long dead wrestling bear. That's
Okay.
it.
Okay.
Look.
I'm going Burger Monster because he never got a
Go
raise
Burger
in 38
Monster.
years.
He could have just looked for another job, according to the Scooby Wiki. Going Burger Monster as well.
So am I, and the wiki for Burger Monster said that his species is a human, or no, a burger,
Ooh.
not a human,
Species
Burger.
burger.
And I've
actual
never-
burger.
Everyone's
I'm
burger,
going
Andy.
Burger Monster.
If you-
Skippy Johnson. Fuck Skippy Johnson.
Kippy Johnson, the great name too.
All right, next matchup we have the Headless Skateboarder against the Titanic Twist.
I don't
That
know
sounds
enough.
like a wrestling move.
I don't
It
know
is
enough
it is wrestling.
about that, but I could tell you about the Headless Skateboarder. That's a bad picture, but
It looks like
Is
he's a
that what's
head.
new Scooby Doo?
this is a pup named Scooby Doo. Yes, it is. So Headless Skateboarder is fantastic because of his motivation. Keep in mind, in a Scooby Doo show, he wants to use dolphins to smuggle illegal drugs.
Holy shit.
Whoa, this kid's like 8.
Yeah, they stop a drug smuggling ring. Also, would you like to see who's behind the mask?
Duh.
It's this dude, the
Chad?
drug smuggler.
Okay.
Chad the drug smuggler.
Chad the drug smuggler. Julian, tell me about Titanic Twist, please.
Okay, so the premise is Fred enters a wrestling competition that's haunted and by a contorted monster known as the
Oh.
Titanic Twist. So it's another wrestling one.
I've seen
And
this one.
apparently the Titanic Twist was done by a wrestler. And the Titanic Twist is a wrestling move that was once done by a wrestler, but apparently it was too dangerous, so it killed him.
Oh,
Here's who's behind the
and-
mask.
Yep. And then basically it's Kurt and Connie Crunch, who weren't trying to hurt anyone. They just wanted to scare their dad, Malaki Crunch, into retiring from his wrestling so he wouldn't get hurt.
I just wanted to scare my dad.
That's literally
So I
all they
came up
wanted
with
to
this
do.
abomination.
How do they fit? What the
You
hell?
gotta look at You have to look at the reveal because it doesn't make sense. It's just too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of the reveals don't make sense. Like, oh, the monster was like moving that mouth, and like you could see out of its eyes that were like a foot above your head. What's going on?
But I have to go.
One of
with,
them-
I obviously have to go with the headless skateboarder.
The drug smuggling.
One of them's got long ass legs.
The drug smuggling skateboard.
Yeah, headless skateboarder.
Yeah, skateboarder for sure.
I love Titanic Twist.
All right, next matchup we have the Phantom Virus against skeletons. Regular old skeletons.
Well,
Why do I feel like they're not regular old skeletons?
Well, they are. They are the lamest costumes. Let me show you.
Is it just those like Halloween pajama skeleton costume, like
100% yes.
Zoot or whatever? Yeah. Okay.
But the key to this is who's behind the mask. Would anyone like to take a guess as who is wearing the skeleton?
It's one of the crew. It's one of the crew.
I already know, so I'm not going to guess.
I don't remember this episode, so.
It's a celebrity episode. It's Joker and Penguin.
I hope the penguin was the tall one somehow.
Do you want to know what their scheme was?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
They wanted to distribute counterfeit $5 and $10 bills.
Wow, thinking big.
Dude, Batman has come such a long way. From this to the Dark Knight series. Oh.
Oh, it's so good.
What's up with the Phantom Virus?
It's Cyber Chase, right?
Yeah.
Is this one that looks like the Dirty Bubble?
No.
Darn.
Look, there was a lot of different Scooby villains we could have went with here. Phantom Virus is actually from the very last Scooby movie I ever watched. In like the late 90s. Boom.
This is a very large synopsis.
Oh.
No, definitely not the Dirty Bubble.
Okay. I gotta kind of remember the premise of this. It's
I don't like the design of that one.
I have the synopsis pulled up. It's a little bit long, but I can read it if you guys want.
Let me try to remember.
Okay.
It's so there's a group of college kids who make a Scooby Doo game. But one of the kids is upset that his baseball game didn't get made. So he creates a virus who's obsessed with baseball to ruin the game. And also there's a laser that shoots Scooby and the gang into the video game about themselves. And they have to beat the virus. And also there's the cliche, if you die in the game, you die in real life. And that's what I remember.
If you die in the game, you die for real.
Yeah. He also everything the virus says is a baseball pun. And then they're like, well, who could have possibly done this? It's like, oh, it's the fucking dweeb over there who made a baseball game and is sad now. That's it.
I'm voting skeletons because that's
Yeah.
I'm skeleton.
Skeletons, yeah.
It's Joker. He didn't have to put on a costume. He's the Joker.
Yes, he did.
All right. Got a couple more here before we're done with our play-in rounds. First up, the Baboons against the Phony Phantom. Why are there so many Phantoms in Scooby-Doo? That's at least the third Phantom so far.
I don't know much about baboons.
Such a
They're
crutch.
actually not the villain per se, but they're the antagonist. Or essentially, they're trained baboons by circus carnies who are basically there to steal the circus revenue. So Scooby and the gang have to face baboons. To my knowledge, that is the premise of the movie.
Okay.
And as we look and zoom in here, there's the baboons.
You don't fuck with baboons, man.
The baboons are coming. What's the?
I looked up Phony Phantom, and this is wonderful.
Okay,
Do you want to pull
I
up?
should say the Phony Phantom is like the secondary villain, and the first villain could have easily been on this list. So this is the Phony Phantom. It's just a guy who put a bedsheet over him.
I want to read this
Yeah.
notes and trivia piece. The disguise is certainly the weakest of the series, if not the franchise, yet Fred and Shaggy are still frightened by him.
Well,
it could be due to the fact that he was holding an axe at first, but
Yes.
he dropped it the moment he chased them.
Yes. So they catch the original villain, which is the Headless Horseman, but it's literally a guy who just tucked his head into his shirt, which I can show a picture of that as well. Then they hear chopping going on upstairs. So Fred and Shaggy go to check it out. It's a guy chopping at the attic wall with an axe. And Shaggy's like, let's get his attention. And he whistles. The guy turns, throws his axe down, starts chasing him. And Fred's like, oh no, he spotted us. So there's a lot going on.
According to the wiki, his species is human/ghost.
Let me show you the Scooby Doo. Headless Specter. That's what it is.
He looks like a step down from the Harlem Globetrotters episode.
So
They got their idea from him.
So here's what the headless. Oh no, that's a painting of that.
Or maybe he's like, he just got kicked out of the screening.
Here's the Headless
Initiation
Specter.
day what?
And here's the Headless Specter unmasked. So I kind
Pretty
of
good.
count these two as a tandem, but I only put down the bad.
Yeah, I'm only voting for the Phony Phantom, and I'm voting for him because that's such a bad disguise.
I also like that he just sort of threw the axe down when he spots them. Hold on. You could talk about who you're voting for while I pull up the video of, because that's the video I put in. Oh, also here's a clip of them chasing Scooby and Shaggy on balloons. The Headless Specter. Hold on. Just floating up. So they fell in a chicken coop. Here's the unmasking. It just pops his head out of the suit. And here they go into the attic. At the wall. So just throws the axe and that's it. Oh no, I made it big. So that's it. I'm gonna vote for him.
I'm voting for Phony Phantom too.
Yeah, Phony Phantom as well.
Also, if I'm not mistaken, and this is just me remembering back, the Phony Phantom, you hear him chopping the whole time, but he's only revealed at that point in time. That is the first time you see the Phony Phantom, and he gets captured 30 seconds later.
All right.
But again, I'm not gonna lie. I would probably run too if I saw some dude in a blanket with an iPad hole just chopping away at shit, and then that scared the shit out of me. He's on drugs. LSD makes you strong, I hear.
Alrighty, next matchup: the Helping Hand against Chicken Stein.
Now, if you could imagine the Helping Hands, I wonder if this is what you would be thinking.
Yeah.
Yep, that's it. That's the Helping Hand.
Yeah, that's actually what I was going to say.
Hamburger helper got pissed off.
So essentially, Helping Hands. I have the synopsis pulled up here. They were hands created to commit crimes.
It's more than enough.
That's what I have written down. And also in my notes, I have what? I do not remember these.
Insert meme here. Helping Hands. You remember them? This is them grown up, and then it's this picture of Master Hand. Just picture it. It's good.
So, yeah. That's it. That's what I have for Helping Hands. Just some hands.
Check out Chicken Stein.
Which, let me guess. This is what you were thinking of as Chicken Stein.
The pup named Scooby Doo, right?
Oh yeah, just
Man,
just
oh,
Frankenstein
Scooby-Doo's good.
It's so good.
Chicken Stein was a 7-foot-tall humanoid chicken creature with white feathers, red eyes, sharp teeth, and an open black vest. I don't know why he's wearing an open black vest. His hair was flat. You see what he looks like.
Here's who he is behind the mask.
Casimir Codwaller.
Does he have any motivation, or is he just like a chicken? Chicken beside. He likes dressing up.
Okay. It says here Eddie was excited to meet Chickenstein, but the monster wasn't real. Much to his and Freddy's disappointment, Belzer revealed Chickenstein's true identity as Casimir Codwaller, a man the gang seemingly never met. However, Velma added a gray wig to make him look like Granny Sweetwater, who was really Casimir all along. He pretended to be Granny as a covered up for him selling stolen merchandise, which he had in his basement. So I guess it was just a cover up to sell stolen goods.
Typical Scooby Doo thing. I'm gonna go. Wow. Oh man. I'm gonna go with the helping hands.
The costume for Chickenstein's apparently in the second Scooby Doo movie.
Mm-hmm.
A costume for him. The live action ones.
Julian, I spoke over you. Who did you say you were voting for?
Helping hands.
Here come the
Oh,
hands.
helping hands.
I'll throw a vote Chickenstein's way.
We have a couple good ones next again.
Species is chicken-like creature.
Wow, so specific. Last matchup
Not human.
here. No, just a chicken-like creature. Our last matchup pits the Phantom Gardener. God damn it, another Phantom against the Cheese Monster.
I'll save the Phantom Gardener. Here's the Cheese Monster. Also, pup named Scooby Doo.
All right, blob of nacho cheese.
Yeah, he is. I mean, he's in the theme of the song. Like, he's in the background of the theme. He's one of the most popular.
Doesn't he get eaten? That's how he gets revealed.
No, he just sort of gets taped. No, wait, hold on. That's
Eaten sounds a lot better.
I forgot.
Species cheese humanoid. Cheese humanoid, people.
So the Cheese Monster's his motivation is to shut down the Scooby Snack Factory.
Can't do that.
Okay.
Scooby loves the Scooby snacks.
Yeah, he wants to put it out of business. That's
It is
it.
a bit strange that you have a puppy that has a whole factory dedicated to making him.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But you know, that's it. So the Phantom Gardener, who gets my vote, by the way.
Already?
I guess we'll see why.
It must be that good.
It is from the Scooby Doo and Johnny Bravo crossover. It's just a ghost. They call it also the Ghostly Gardener. Just a gardener. That's it. And it turns out to be Johnny Bravo's Aunt Jebediah, who dresses up as the gardener when she hears Johnny Bravo's coming over because she just doesn't like him.
Wow.
To be clear, apparently Scooby did in fact eat the cheese monster costume.
Oh, did he? That's fantastic. Yeah. I did not know that. Or I probably did and forgot.
I'm going to go with the Phantom Gardener because that's hilarious.
Also, the reveal for the Phantom Gardener is the best reveal of who it is. So basically, hold on. I gotta find it. So it's essentially, you know how in Scooby Doo, they take off a mask. It's like, wow, I never knew. And then it's like, well, it really isn't. They take off another mask. And they do that like 6 times. Here you go. Here's a clip.
They made fun of it.
It's just like old characters from Scooby villains. So they just keep unmasking it. And then it gets into weird shit like Bigfoot, Don Knotts, and the creator of Scooby Doo. And then it just turns out to be Johnny Bravo's ugly aunt. That's it.
Oh my God.
The whole episode is fantastic. I'm gonna vote for it. As I said, I heard somebody else going Aunt Jebediah. I think that was
I'm
Julian.
gonna go Phantom.
Yeah, Phantom as
Oh, wait.
well.
So yeah, just a bunch of good stuff.
All right, down to our Sweet 16. The very first matchup pits the Gluten Demon, back for more, against the Wild Wind Vampires. They are new. Who are the Wild Wind Vampires?
So this is the first Scooby movie I didn't watch. So there's this rock band that loses Battle of the Bands. So their entire plan is to fake their death, come back as ghosts, re-enter the Battle of the Bands, and use the ghost to convince other bands to leave. So they're the only entered band, and thus they automatically win.
It's a lot
Makes
for
sense.
22 minutes.
Oh wait, is this the one where it's the goth like band?
So the goth band was in the Witch's Ghost, but I think I read
okay.
that they were in this one as well.
Okay, the goth band's great.
So I think they're in this though.
The Hex Girls.
Yes, they're in this as well because I see a picture of them now. So here are the Wild Wind Vampires. I think. Look, I'm doing my best. I haven't watched this, but yeah. Wild Wind Vampires. Fake their death, start a band, or enter the Battle of the Bands. They just want to win the Battle of the Bands.
Please pull up a picture of the Hex Girls really quick so that people know I'm not crazy.
I just saw a picture of them in this movie. Yep, here they are. Here they are in this specific movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
But they were in Witch's Ghost originally. I don't remember much about Witch's Ghost other than the Hex Girls, and then some guy wanted to be a warlock. So he
Every
needed a
2
witch
months,
book.
I see the clip of the Hex Girls on Twitter, and so I'm familiar with the Hex Girls only because of Twitter.
So, I'm going to vote, though, for the Wild Wind Vampires because, boy, that's a lot of work to win a small town Battle of the Bands concert.
Yeah, I'll go with them too.
Voting Paula Dean.
Yeah.
Paula Dean Gluten Demon.
I'm going for the Gluten Demon as well. I also run away in fear when presented with quinoa and dill.
So we doing a coin flip?
Sure.
Or are we going to ask
Yeah, is
Kelly
anyone
or
home?
Jordan? Kelly is home.
Oh, ask Kelly or text Kelly.
All right.
Or we can do the
Should
coin
I
flip.
explain anything to her or just ask the Wild Wind Vampires band or the Gluten Demon?
Yeah, dealer's choice.
I won't explain anything. We know it'll be the Gluten Demon, but let's see.
Yeah.
It might not be.
Cal? Cal?
I've got more about the Gluten Demon. Evidently, she displayed great pleasure in engorging food that was considered to be delicious and unhealthful, like baked breads and pepperoni pizza.
Hey, pepperoni pizza's good.
I'm on the side of the Gluten Demon here.
I actually might get myself some pepperoni pizza. That sounds really good.
All right. I told Kelly it was between a desperate Battle of the Bands group that create their own like ghost band to try and win Battle of the Bands and an obese demon that sumo wrestles Shaggy, and she went with Gluten Demon.
As she probably should have.
Hey, with a name like Gluten Demon, I don't blame her.
All right, Gluten Demon on to the Elite Eight. Next up, we've got the Mantis, which remember the weird-looking creature thing that was holding both of Shaggy and Scooby up against the Ape Man, the rogue stuntman who wanted to be a lead actor in a movie and
Ape Man.
dressed up like an
all the
ape.
way.
I really like Ape Man.
I am a big fan of Ape Man. Julian, are you an Ape Man as well? Or are you a Mantis dude?
I'm gonna give some love to Mantis too.
Look, outside of the Aunt Jebediah, which was a parody, the Mantis had the best reveal when people were coming out of clocks and secret passages. There's something to be said about that.
Yeah.
All right, next matchup has Red Herring Remember, as the little ginger kid from Pup Named Scooby Doo, always blamed for the crimes, against the Phantom Disc Jockey, another rogue Phantom, and he's some sort of radio DJ.
So yes, but also he's from a hair metal band from the 80s, I guess.
Okay, so Kiss.
Yeah, he's basically Kiss, but a disc DJ.
They were gonna do a Kiss crossover, but Kiss didn't agree. I guess
So
that
disc
seems like
jockey. He wants to gain the rights of other artists' music, so he dresses up
Warner
like a
Brothers?
disc jockey. I don't understand how that's gonna work out exactly.
Why does he need to dress up at all?
Also, he wants to steal money from the radio station, which makes a little more sense, but he's somehow dressing up and haunting the radio station. He is going to gain the rights to other artists' music.
That sounds just like Warner Brothers.
Disc Phantom all the way.
That's such a goofy premise. It's definitely the disc fan.
Agreed.
This local radio station is how we'll get the rights to this music worldwide.
We're coming after you, Kiss, with our own Kiss demon.
I'm gonna go with Phantom Disc Jockey because that just makes more sense.
I
Poor Red
see Jared
Herring.
shaking his head for Phantom Disc Jockey.
Again, best Scooby Doo villain, Red Herring, but
Okay.
All right, next
a
up,
lot to say
the
here.
Loch Ness Monster and the Scotsman are back for more racist shenanigans against Captain Skunk Beard.
Okay. I've never
that's
seen
a good
this.
insult for someone.
So this is Captain Skunkbeard, as you'd expect a pirate. He's not
Okay.
on here for his goofy costume. He's on here
Why
for
does
the
his face have-
motivation.
Why does his skeleton face have a mustache?
Look,
That doesn't
Yeah.
look right.
I had to look this up and I had to reread it a couple times. It does not make any sense to me. And I don't know if I'm just getting it wrong or this is it, but this is the one where I'm going to go and watch this movie. Okay. So there's a hypnotist who wants to find a golden meteorite that sunk into the ocean. So to do so, he needs a pirate crew, an oil painting of the location he thinks it's in, and a cartographer. So he steals the painting, he kidnaps a cartographer, and he hypnotizes a millionaire into thinking he's the descendant of Skunkbeard, dresses him up like it's Ghost, and then goes to find the golden meteorite. That's the premise.
I mean, it's a lot of work in there, but
To
I
go to Party
love it.
City and get that bullshit ass costume.
Also, I read that
$29.99.
I also read Scooby and the gang were on a cruise ship, and he hypnotizes the entire cruise ship to be Skunkbeard's crew, but Scooby and Shaggy can't be hypnotized. I know nothing else. I don't know if what I said is 100% accurate. I read it. I don't get it, but I'm in. I'm like 100% in.
Okay.
And
Well,
then
I
there's
have to
the
go.
Lochtes Monster and the Scotsman, who are. Was that the wristwatch?
Yeah,
guys?
the wristwatch
Yeah.
smuggling operation.
who wanted no tourism?
Which makes no sense.
I'm
Look,
going Loch Ness.
I'm going with the convoluted golden meteorite, which all they need is an oil painting and a cartographer.
Why an oil painting? Why not a watercolor? Why not a sketch?
There's this oil painting of the location
Why-
where the meteorite is, so he steals it.
Why not take a picture of the painting?
Why did he need to hypnotize
Hold on.
anyone other than
Why
the
any of
cartographer?
it? Why any
I'm
of
switching.
this?
I'm switching.
Here's my biggest question. Why did he kidnap the cartographer and hypnotize everyone else when all he needed to do was hypnotize the cartographer and just go?
Because he
Oh.
wouldn't be able to spend his $50 gift card at Party City and
You're,
Schaumburg.
Look, I probably need to
You're gonna watch this one, Andy, and you're gonna be like, actually, it made total sense. His plan was very detailed and made total sense to me. Now having seen it,
Look, there are other Scooby movies I could have put on
very
this
plausible.
list. This is the most tame but outlandish one. There's one where they like two groups of people make giant mech dinosaurs because they want to protect a cave which has gold and also fossils in it. So both parties create giant dinosaurs to fight. This one just spoke to me though. This one is
spoke to
beautiful. It's beautiful and it's nonsense where it's like so convoluted, could be shortened down, and he still doesn't know, like, is this where the meteorite is?
Going Captain Skunkbeard.
I guess
like a wheat strand.
I guess you've sold us, Andy. I guess so.
Look, I also wanted to put the villain from the Kiss movie, but I didn't quite understand, other than it was an intergalactic witch. That's defeated.
Oh hell yeah!
Which is defeated by Kiss, who go through Sailor Moon style transitions.
Okay, well, okay, you might have won me a little bit more over, but
okay.
Look, I don't know.
Intergalactic
what the hell
Witch sounds badass.
I don't know what the hell's going on with that one. Another
Fuck,
one.
I'm watching that one.
Anti-Warriors, don't you?
No, Intergalactic Witch sounds cool, and hey, Sailor Moon transformations are good too. So I gotta look that up.
To the bottom half of the bracket, and with that comes the return of the Burger Monster against Dracula from Scooby Doo and the Reluctant Werewolf.
I'm excited for this one.
Okay, it's not as exciting as Skunkbeard. That's a whole journey. This is Dracula. It's just Dracula.
It's green.
He's the leader of the monsters, including the Hunch Bunch, which we saw earlier. And every year he has the monsters perform in a race of like a monster race. But the werewolf, I forgot why, either leaves or doesn't want to participate. So the werewolf is not in it. So his whole plan is like, I need a replacement werewolf. So it just so happens that Shaggy in this universe is a stunt car racer.
Can I see him? Can I see another pic? Can I see the picture of him again?
Of Shaggy or the werewolf, or Shaggy or Dracula?
I want to see Dracula.
So he basically is like, I'm gonna turn Shaggy into a werewolf and make him race in my monster race.
He does look like Al Pacino painted in green.
So he turns Shaggy into a werewolf to do this monster race. If Shaggy wins, he gets turned back into a human. But if he loses, he has to participate in all of Dracula's monster races from there on out.
And then in the movie, Shaggy hiccups and he turns into a werewolf.
That is a furry Shaggy.
Yes. Also,
there's fan art out there, that one.
And also, let me tell you, the gang in this one is Scooby, Shaggy, Scrappy,
Boo,
and Shaggy's girlfriend Googie.
Googie.
She could be the villain of the movie if you want.
Hold on, pull up Googie.
What does Googie look like?
Yeah.
It's just generic girl.
Not with the name Googie.
Yeah, it is. It's just generic.
Sorry.
Just generic 80s girl Googie.
Oh, they dropped.
That's not a Googie.
That's Googie. Her name is Googie.
I'm still going Burger Monster. He
So the whole premise of it though
race.
is the wacky races with the monsters. I don't know. He also calls Shaggy Shaggy, and I like that.
Oh yeah, it's Dracula.
Shaggy.
I think I'm gonna go with the Burger Monster though.
That's fine. I just want Dracula. I like his plan to just host monster races all day. That's his thing. And you just
want to say at the start of that round, I looked up the Kiss transformations and they were very good.
I know. I've seen them.
The funny thing is, they just transformed from Kiss into Kiss. Nothing changed.
It's great. I want to watch the movie as well as Captain Skunkbeard's movie.
Awesome stuff. All right, next matchup: the Headless Skateboarder is back, running that drug ring against the Joker and the Penguin as skeletons.
He's gonna smuggle drugs through dolphins. I have to watch the episode to see how that correlates, but I'm in. I'm aboard. Or
weirds me out about skeletons is like, why would you dress up as something that's so fucking generic when you're already just out there to begin with?
You took the words out of my mouth.
No, seriously, you go from something interesting to like
pajamas,
significantly less interesting.
Like I am the Joker, possibly one of the most intimidating villains, and I'm the Penguin. Also, kind of a weird looking dude, but a good villain. Let's put on pajamas and run around, and we're gonna counterfeit fives. No one checks the fives.
I'm going skeletons.
I'm going Headless Skateboarder.
Skateboarder for me.
Well, that makes sense. But I gotta go skeletons because just from the fact that it's so fucking dumb.
Before I go ask Kelly, let me reiterate. Let me see if I could change the skeleton, folks. He's in a Scooby show as a headless skateboarder, which fits well. But then his plan is to smuggle illegal drugs in a Scooby Doo show using dolphins.
What drugs?
Illegal ones. That's all they say. Illegal. What if this headless skateboarder is peddling meth?
No, you're not changing our votes. Skeletons.
All right, I'll go ask Kelly. I think she's gonna vote for headless skateboarder, but we'll see.
Probably giving her one of those counterfeit.
You have to explain who he didn't hear me. He's got to explain who skeletons are.
I think
he can't just be like, oh, some two skeletons.
It's gonna slip her a nice Alexander Hamilton.
I'm thinking about pepperoni pizza. I've been thinking about that ever since we mentioned it. I'm hungry as hell.
They have good pizza places in Serbia.
They have a lot of pizza places here.
Okay.
And then what's weird is they put ketchup on their pizza, which is weird as fuck.
Okay.
That is weird.
Is that like a substitute for red sauce or just as a topping?
Topping.
I know in Asia they like to put mayonnaise on pizza.
I gave her a short synopsis of both. I told her the skeletons were Joker and Penguin, counterfeiting $5 and $10 bills, and the headless skateboarder was smuggling illegal drugs through dolphins. She went with the skateboarder.
Oh, that makes sense. I figured she would go with that.
I'm 1-1 with that. She's heading out though now, so we're gonna need to pick a new tiebreaker.
Or we just won't do any more ties.
No, yeah, I mean we got coin flip.
Yeah, we can coin flip.
Alrighty.
Also, I was gonna say the weirdest thing I've seen anybody put on pizza was chicken salad.
I had pickles on a pizza.
God.
Pickles isn't as weird as chicken salad.
Probably not, but that's the weirdest I've gone.
Fuck. That is grody. No, sir. All right, let's change our minds by moving it back to the phony Phantom. And the B team, that's our last unique villain so far. The B team. B-E-E, like bumblebees, right?
B team.
Fucking wonderful.
Wait, are they carrying the mystery machine or is that a chase?
It's a chase. They're human-sized bees.
Wonderful.
Also they're somewhat sentient because I watched a clip and at one point the lead bee pointed at someone and then they all swarmed. Turns out the B team are also foreign spies.
Hell yeah.
Should you get a little more into that?
Listen,
no, I don't have an answer.
I think I found the winner.
B team.
Is it B team?
Yeah.
I wish I had more information on B team. Julian also had B team on his list. Please tell me what you know of B team.
All I know is that they're just fucking bees.
Hell yeah.
Spies. That's all I know about them.
We saved the best for last.
Also, I happen to know that they're haunting a bee farm.
Well, yeah.
Like,
You got to be inconspicuous.
everything about B Team is wonderful.
Haunted bees haunting a bee farm. That makes total sense.
I'm pretty sure I'm
Yeah.
gonna go with B Team here too. Phony Phantom just got the
fuck.
Phony Phantom should have gone further, but
B team.
Yeah, B team is fine.
What's more generic? Just bees or some guy in a blanket?
hey, look, some guy in a blanket is also a wonderful,
But he would be
wonderful.
running away from sentient foreign spy bees.
Also, hold on. See, I don't remember B Team. It's from Scooby and Scrappy, which is the shitty series.
Boo.
This unmasking is wonderful.
I want to know how they were flying.
I want to know how they're foreign spies. I have so
Where
many
did they come?
questions.
What
Well,
country
clearly
did
they're
they
not
go-
in America because that's an American.
They were flying with jet-powered backpacks.
Did you look it
I
up?
want to know from
Yeah.
what country.
Could you tell me the foreign spies thing? I need more. All I read was foreign
What the
spies.
fuck
I'm
are
like, all right, giant bees, foreign spies, you're in.
Okay, hold up. Which episode is it?
It's called,
But
the episode is called The B Team. I mean, it couldn't get any better.
I love how the cuffs are on his B arms.
Okay, let's see. They were trying to steal experimental rocket fuel from the bee in your bonnet honey farm in Honeydale, which is actually an undercover NASA operation.
It's good.
They were just a gang
It's
of
good.
foreign spies. You don't know what country they came from.
I love it. I love that this is also the first Scooby thing that's like an international problem here.
it's too specific to be really racist, but it's general enough that it's racist. Oh god. All right. B
B-Team.
team moves on.
Hell
Go
yeah.
far. It's
Trying to
gonna go
steal-
far.
Last matchup, the
Rocket
helping
fuel.
hands, just those individual hands running around against the
Used for
Phantom
crime.
Gardener, which is Johnny Bravo's weird aunt who doesn't
Hey,
like
Jumbo
Johnny
Let's jump
Bravo.
with this up.
Hey,
Look.
look this up.
If you haven't seen that episode, it's a Johnny Bravo episode. If
It's
you
so
haven't
funny.
seen that episode, you better watch the episode. If you don't remember the episode, you better watch the episode.
'Cause that
If
is
you
when,
need a
like,
way to
they
watch the
allude
episode,
to-
I have season 1 on DVD of Johnny Bravo. I
That's
will.
when they allude to like Daphne and Fred fucking, right?
Yeah, they do that.
Oh yeah.
Phantom Gardener.
Phantom
Gardner.
Gardner. All Dave need to hear is alluding to Fred and Daphne fucking in the episode is like good
Easy
enough.
choice. Easy choice.
Oh yeah, Phantom Gardner.
Easy clap.
It's so good. The chase scene in that one is fantastic. Everything is fantastic about the Phantom Gardener.
Did you just say easy clap?
Yeah, easy clap.
Reddit was.
All right, our Elite Eight has been set. Our first matchup, the Gluten Demon against the Ape Man.
Ape Man.
Ape Man.
I'm a disgruntled stunt man. I'll dress up as a
Ape
gorilla.
Man.
Fuck you, me. My performance as an ape was great. I deserve an Emmy.
I'm going to give a pity vote to the Gluten Demon, but
I wish
dig-
I knew more about Gluten Demon. That's the problem.
All right, Ape Man moves on. Next up, the Phantom Disc Jockey against Captain Skunk Beard.
I can't get over the convoluted skunk beard plan.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm going with. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna change my vote. I'm gonna go with the Phantom Disc Jockey because that is the music industry
He's gonna
all balled up into one. That's
he's
Sony,
gonna
Warner
steal
Brothers.
people's music through his local radio station.
I think I'm going to give a vote to the Phantom Disc Jockey as well. Yeah.
Oh, we're going. Are
Coin
any
flip.
significant others home, or are we coin flipping it?
Look, because Martha's asleep.
Jordan's
Coin
playing
flip.
Splatoon.
Yeah.
Want to
coin
ask
flip.
Jordan about? Look, you'd have to explain Skunk Beard quite a bit, so we'll just do coin flip. On this.
Yeah, thank you.
Skunk Beard's got a lot going on.
We're also nearing an hour and a half, so
Yeah, this is a longer one, but we're almost done. So we'll do heads, Skunk Beard, tails, Disc jockey.
Sure.
Tails never fails.
Disc jockey it
Hell
is.
Yeah.
Skunk beard goes down.
See ya, skunk beard.
Give
All right,
me.
bottom half. The Burger Monster returns against the Headless Skateboarder.
me them
Burger
illegal
Monster.
drugs,
I'm
baby.
going Burger Monster because
He
Yeah.
needs a race.
He
38
needs the
years.
race. 38
Illegal
years. Holy
drugs
shit.
and dolphins. You make that correlation.
Sorry, it's
38 years
it's the
at a burger
Monster,
joint.
yeah.
Hey,
He's
look,
making like $3 an hour.
I mean, yeah, this
Yeah.
is the late 80s, early 90s.
Maybe it was like
Poor
a
guy.
success story and he came up with Wendy's. Or no, better yet, White
He's actually
Castle.
Dave Thomas. All right, bottom half. The B team is back. Like we just didn't talk about them 3 minutes ago against the Phantom Gardener. Again,
I love the Phantom Gardener, but
I have to go
B
with
team.
B team, baby.
I'll give a vote to the Phantom Gardener. I can't believe Johnny Bravo's aunt hates him so much. She'll do that just to have him not visit.
Best 11 minutes of Johnny Bravo out there. Go watch it.
All right, we've got our final four. In the first matchup, pits the Ape Man against the Phantom Disc Jockey.
I'm gonna
gonna
go
have to
disc
switch
jockey now.
sides. Oh, I'm
Yeah.
switching sides to the Ape Man.
Oh.
I might go Ape Man. God, it's so stupid.
I gotta go with Ape Man because that really is fucking dumb.
All right, Ape Man's on. Burger Monster or the B team?
As far as
Ooh.
I'm concerned, this is the real final, but they were sadly on the opposite ends. B team. Sorry, Burger
Burger.
Monster.
Burger
One of them
Monster.
couldn't get a better job and was pissed off about not getting a raise, and the other one
Or-
was just dressed up as Rocket.
Rocket
jetpack
Working
fuel
38
bees to steal
working
rocket fuel
38
from
a-
NASA. Holy
Working
shit.
38 years at a McDonald's is great, but
Look,
B team.
I don't
It's
think
not
there's
even
anything
McDonald's.
goofier than B team. Is this a sweep?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Yeah.
Burger Monster is fantastic though, but man,
It really is.
B team.
All right, the Ape Man against the B team.
Sorry, Ape Man. It's B team for sure.
I can't vote against the Ape Man.
Oh.
Do it.
I
Oh
can't do
god.
it either.
Except for last round or 2 rounds ago when I voted against the Ape Man. But oh my god.
In
I
this
gotta-
situation, I'm going with Ape Man. I'm with you,
Oh.
Jared.
Are we figuring the finals out with a coin flip? Unless
I think
somebody has a good argument for the other one to try and convince someone else.
I mean, it's human-sized people that are somehow flying as bees, trying to protect fucking NASA's secret rocket fuel.
Yeah, let me add that this is the only
At a bee
Scooby Doo
farm.
episode we've heard so far where a government agency is involved. And how are they stealing from them? Bees.
Also, a giant bee's not a good disguise. Someone's going to investigate that right away.
Also, they
Someone's gonna
cuffed the bees.
investigate a giant ape on a movie set. Like, just going around fucking people up. How drunk do you have to be to be like,
Alright.
man, fuck this.
I
They
will
don't
let
appreciate art when they see it. I'm gonna dress up as a giant ape. Then they're gonna take me serious.
I will let the ape team pick. Do they want heads or tails for the ape?
Heads.
Heads. All right. Tails is the bees.
All right, Tails always fails. guys.
Tails.
Oh.
Yes!
Ape
Just-
Man
a
wins.
good
the
call.
contest.
Julian, MVP of this episode right here.
What's up?
I did not
What's up?
think Ape Man would go this far, but I got on the Ape Man train with you guys. What a
B team.
B team so good. though.
But it was close. B team was well deserved.
I mean,
It could have gone either way, honestly.
Skunk Beard was my favorite though. It's just so stupid.
I think the wait. Fuck, that was so dumb. This whole thing is just dumb.
Look, we could do 5 of these brackets and have different ones. I was going through and I'm like, I need it to be real. I mean, one of the villains is just a giant seal.
Maybe we could do a second round of this in, like 5 or 6 years.
I mean, there's so many. There's Ghost Pilgrims is one. So dumb.
That's scary.
Yeah.
Pilgrims in general are scary.
Yeah, there's never a scarcity of weird Scooby Doo villains.
Ghost
Alright, so-
Pilgrims versus like the hooded.
The ghosts, the hooded
The
ghosts.
hooded ghosts. Oh god.
Oh, so stupid.
All right, so I think that's good enough for us to wrap up right now. As you can see, the Ape Man with a perfect 5-0 record is the goofiest Scooby Doo villain that we could come up with. Second place was the B Team, and a tie for third, the Phantom Disc Jockey and the Burger Monster. But lots of great ones in here. And Andy, thanks a lot for putting most of this together and giving us all of the necessary goofy ass backstories that convinced us that these were the best.
Yeah, no problem.
A lot of fun, guys. All right, for Andy Mysek, the man with the best name in the whole wide world, for Red Dead Dave Holloway, and the Giggle King, Julian Griffin, I am Handy Dandy. Andy Jarek, we will see you next week on Bracket Up.